Hey everyone, it's Christophe Choo from Coldwell Banker in Beverly Hills, and it's Tuesday Caravan Day, and I thought I'd give you a little driving tour of some of the parts of LA. So I'm currently in the Beverly Hills area, although I just left Beverly Hills, and I'm now in Holmby Hills on Sunset Boulevard. And Holmby Hills has long been considered the most exclusive and most expensive area in LA. As a matter of fact, in the last few months, we've had 3 of the highest sales in LA history here in Holmby Hills. Just here to the left, well, we just passed it behind the hedges, is a home that was once the home to Sonny and Cher. Gosh, where is it? Robert, I forgot the name of the guy who built it. But anyways, it just sold for $90 million. That was 10 acres. And we have another one just up the street there to the right that just sold for $100 million. And then to the left over here, that's Charing Cross Road. That is where the Playboy Mansion is, that just recently sold for $105 million. So Holmby Hills is a very small area. If I remember correctly, there's about 400 and some homes in the Holmby Hills area. And it's basically off of Sunset Boulevard. There's a couple streets to the south and a couple streets to the north. And it's basically between the border of Beverly Hills to Beverly Glen, which is on the west side, which is the beginning of Bel-Air. So this is Mapleton Drive. I have a great listing here on South Mapleton to the left. And then once we get down here, we're now at Beverly Glen, which is the beginning of the Bel-Air area of LA. So again, Holmby Hills is the most popular and prestigious neighborhood in the area, and actually in all of LA. And according to Wall Street Journal, it's the premier location in the West Coast, particularly Mapleton Drive. And so now as we cross Beverly Glen here, we're then going to be in the Bel-Air area. So again, this is the cross off from Holmby Hills into Bel-Air. So now we're beginning into the Bel-Air area. And Bel-Air is divided into many sections. Bel-Air actually has probably, I think, about 9 to 12 different micro communities. Right here to the right is the East Gate of Bel-Air, which is the most prestigious location. So the East Gate, the first 3 or 4 blocks in particular, have the largest properties. Typically they range over an acre. And then as you go up the hill, the first few blocks generally don't have any views, but as you go up the hill and you get up higher, you have the houses with the views. And that East Gate entrance is the entrance called Bel-Air Road, and it goes all the way to the top. And the most expensive home currently in the country is on that street, on Bel-Air Road, on the, oh shit, I forget what the address is. And that's listed for $250 million, to give you an idea of prices here in the Bel-Air area. So $250 million is currently the most expensive listing in LA as well as in the country. So again, that was the East Gate. The central section, or somewhat central section, is right here at Stone Canyon Road, which is where the Hotel Bel-Air is located. And Stone Canyon Road, I've done quite a few video tours of that street. It's a very lovely canyony atmosphere, country feeling. It only has one way in and one way out, but it's a great country kind of atmosphere. And it's literally just 5-6 minutes from Beverly Hills. Now that we're still in the Bel-Air area, we have Marymount High School there to the right, and one of the entrances to UCLA over here to the left. And UCLA being the largest physical campus site in Los Angeles. It's a huge, huge area. I don't even know. It's probably quite a few square miles. It's a majorly large property. And interesting thing about Bel-Air, it is one of the largest residential communities, if not the largest residential community in Los Angeles in terms of actual geographic land mass area. It's bigger than Beverly Hills and Beverly Hills Post Office combined. And Bel-Air basically goes from Sunset Boulevard to Mulholland to the 405 freeway east to Beverly Glen, which is where we kind of started this tour a little while ago. So I've got to figure out a way to make these driving tours not so shaky. I've got great suspension in my car, but no matter what, with these roads, there's a lot of shaking on these videos that when I drive around. So, so here on Sunset Boulevard, homes in the Bel-Air area here on Sunset generally range from about $4.5 million. I think the highest sales lately were about 18 to 20 million, kind of in this Bel-Air area. And now we're towards the west end of Bel-Air, or what we call the West Gate, which is right here at Bellagio, coming up in a few minutes. And I'm actually headed to a different section of Bel-Air called Moraga. So this is the West Gate entrance of Bel-Air, called Bellagio Way, and you can barely see the gates there. And then over here to our right, we continue Bel-Air all the way to the 405 freeway. And as we were driving here the last couple of minutes, on the left-hand side was an area called Little Holmby, another very popular area in Los Angeles. And then right here, as we cross Veteran Avenue, is another part of Westwood called the Westwood Hills, which is kind of west of the UCLA campus, just east of the 405 freeway, and houses in this part of Westwood start off at about 1.6, 1.7 million for a fixer, up to about 9-10 million for a done house. So we're almost at the end of this part of my tour of Sunset Boulevard. So as you can see, coming from Beverly Hills to the west end, which is Sepulveda Boulevard, takes about 6-7 minutes without traffic. Now with traffic, it can be substantially increased, because this is kind of the main thoroughfare to get to the 405 freeway. So people commute in from the San Fernando Valley coming into Los Angeles for work, basically take Sunset Boulevard or Wilshire to get into Beverly Hills or Century City. So we're almost at the end of this part of my tour. Hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit about this part of LA, part of the Platinum Triangle. So we basically were in Beverly Hills, Holmby Hills, and Bel-Air, which are the three peaks of what we call the Platinum Triangle here in the west side of LA, which are the most prestigious areas. And up there, oh, I don't know if you can see it. No, we missed it. Was the Getty Museum at the top of the hill. And we're now here at the 405 freeway at Sunset Boulevard. So I'm going to sign off. Hope you enjoyed this little tour, and I'll see you guys again real soon.